My name is Spencer Rainey. Thank you for watching my video today. 20 years ago, I would have said, today education is an integral part of the American dream. But in the last 20 years, with technological advancements and a rise in social media, the importance of education is not viewed the same by everyone anymore. It's important to remember how America was prior to public education, and even more importantly, the reason behind why it was established. Before a public education system came to be, arguments had to be made, and people had to demonstrate a need for a public education system before the government would agree to support one. Two important publications that help to support and expand public education are A Plan for the Establishment of Public Schools and the Diffusion of Knowledge in Pennsylvania and Practical Education. A Plan for the Establishment of Public Schools and the Diffusion of Knowledge in Pennsylvania was written by Benjamin Rush and published in 1786. Rush had devised a plan to incorporate a public system of education from a basic level of learning to higher education learning and a funding plan. He makes a strong argument with 6 points as to the need for education. His first point is it's friendly to religion. Rush claimed that education will help to eliminate bias, superstition, and promote knowledge of the Lord. His second, it is favorable to liberty. It promotes equality and a better understanding of the world. 3, it promotes just ideas of law and government. Rush argued that by removing ignorance, people would be better able to follow the law and contribute to society. His fourth argument is it's friendly to manners. He felt that education would improve social skills as well as to promote citizenship. Number 5, it promotes agriculture. With advanced education, people would be better equipped to improve agriculture, which would in turn improve wealth in the individual and the nation. 6, and lastly, manufacturers of all kinds owe their perfection chiefly to learning because it promoted and encouraged the arts and science. Rush takes these 6 points and used them to encourage support of his public education plan. Each point is brought up throughout his proposal as he demonstrates how the education system would be built and funded. His main argument for funding was that even though taxes would be used, less money would be needed for the criminal justice system because people would have better manners, morals, and an understanding of their place in society. He also argued that with an education system, people would be better able to improve their personal income, which would trickle into an improved national wealth. Thus, this public education system would eventually make the community money. Rush's words are a great inspiration as to why public education is so important. While Rush was arguing a need for a public school system, a mom a few states over in New York was attempting to discover the best ways to educate. Maria Edgeworth wrote Practical Education, published in 1801. She spent 20 years experimenting with different methods, supplies, and activities in an attempt to find the most practical way to educate the youth. Although Edgeworth was published much later than Rush, her experiment started 5 years prior to Rush's publication. Edgeworth's first volume looked at every aspect that a young child growing up would encounter. She has a chapter on toys, tasks, attention, servants, acquaintances, temper, obedience, truth, reward and punishment, sympathy and sensibility, vanity, pride and ambition, and books. Edgeworth's attention to detail helped to better understand the importance of a school system. For example, in Chapter 4, Servants, Edgeworth explained how even a young boy, about 6 or 7, could be exposed to temptations unknowing and his morals challenged. She gave the example of a servant serving the boy bread, butter, and sugar for dinner. The sugar is not allowed by the mother, so the servant's allowing the boy to break the rules, yet requests the boy only tell his mother he ate bread and butter. The servant twists the truth so as not to get in trouble, but also puts the boy in a predicament because he's disobeying his mother and not speaking the whole truth. The situation also encourages the boy to support the love of the servant because she gives him sugar, over the support of his mother because she denies him the sugar. Edgeworth's entire volume is like this, explaining in small detail the challenges the youth are exposed to. Rush's public education system would help students to better tackle these challenges. Education is a key to a better society when administered correctly. Between Rush's proposal on the importance of education and the societal benefits to Edgeworth's description of daily challenges given to children, It is very clear that public education is needed and was and still is necessary to making America the best it can be.